Yo, what's going on, YouTube? We are back. We are back. I guess we have to do like a little KVK recap, right? Too, because even though I said multiple times it was over, it's over. Could do super chat, but want to give you a minute to talk. Appreciate it. Hunky, welcome to the stream. Tommy, welcome to the stream. You know, Hunky, you mentioned it too. I don't know if maybe this is an older people thing, but now that I have the little, car clip thingy on my car, like a legit one now. I literally just put on YouTube videos while I'm doing long drives now. I'll put on like, some of these educational videos or news videos that I'm watching. Sometimes I will put on like people who are streaming or like, video game, videos, and I'm not like watching the video while I'm driving, but at least it's still kind of there in my field of view, and I have it playing through the audio in my car. So I'm glad I'm not the only one. Want to know why Philip is a must max and best pairs? That is a great question. We can get to that. I was watching the Chiz video. I forgot to come back around to it yesterday. Dude, there was some fucking, man, this guy looks fucking good. I'm already eating my words, because I was to the notion like, oh, it doesn't matter who you pair him with, he's not giving you any direct damage in his kit on his own, but this damage bonus that he's giving your troops or 5 nearby allied troops, so here's where it may have been a little bit skewed yesterday, and again, I didn't get through watching it all, but they were doing 1v1s, so I'm assuming he's giving himself this 20% bonus as well as this 30% bonus here, so 50%. Now, when you're going to be working him into a 5 March lineup, he still will get it. 6 March lineup, he's probably not going to be the one who's going to be receiving the buff, I think it's going to go to the rest of your troops. So I think you'll see his trades drop off a bit, but they did yesterday, from what I watched, him and Chad, Philip Liucha, which was crazy, Philip Skippy, which worked really well. All of these worked very well. They were coming very close to beating the other marches, which was like a Guan Skippy, then they changed it to Nevsky Joan. It was coming very close to beating all of those, right? And not just dying straight up and having the worst trade. So history videos. Ooh, I'm gonna try that. Yeah. You mean he gives himself the 20%, then the 30? I think in that instance, well, the 30% is always, it's passive. If it's just one troop, you're automatically getting 30% damage bonus, which is huge. And Chad made a good point on the stream last night. Me and you can take, he was like, oh, I was so giddy about the 12% from Belisarius, and me and Ray were the same way. We were like, oh my gosh, the 12%, like, how are people denying this? This guy's giving me 30% for free, just for bringing a one troop. So yeah, I mean, I guess we can kind of like start kind of dissecting what you would want to do with this. But yeah, I think it would be 20%. If it's 6 or more marches, he's going to buff your other marches first. I believe that's how it works. I could be wrong. Cheers, by the way, y'all. Also, Tox, welcome to the stream. I was pleasantly surprised, and I was gonna be adding this guy to my lineup not for the trades, like it's just the buffs are so fucking good. Like 10% damage reduction, insane, right? That won't stack with the likes of like a ZL. No, he's giving damage. He's debuffing the enemy for their damage, but even still. And then the 20% damage bonus alone is crazy. Now that might stack Pretty sure that's going to stack with Alex. They take this, so this is a debuff. This is a take 30% more damage, so that won't stack. So you have to look at marches that are going to give you a damage bonus, and that's where I was thinking Mulan. And again, I don't know if this is an optimal pairing or not, but she is damage taken increase. No, this is a debuff as well. Increases the target's damage received. Who else would give a damage bonus to marches? Not really sure. Besides Belly, right? So now it makes Belly even more so to have in your lineup, because this is a buff. 12% more damage, so you're gonna have 32% more damage very frequently if you have a Belisarius in your lineup. So joke's on you nerds who are like, oh, Belly's not even that good. Now my march is gonna have 32% more damage very frequently. I don't know if she's a damage bonus though. Deals 20% more damage to enemy troops that have been slowed. I'm good, honestly. I mean, you're talking now with that Philip march, if you're running it as a singular troop march, I mean, you're talking of getting up in the words of, you know, it would be 32. Let's assume it's a 5 march lineup. 32% with just his active skill and Belisarius. 30% from... Alright, so, oh wait, hold on, let's rewind. It'd be 42% passive, and then whenever they hit a slowed march, it would then jump up to 52, and then when you 2 your active skill, it would be 72% damage bonus. Yeah, so if we work it that way, that is a good call out, Hunky, for Ethelfled. Who snores? Welcome to the stream. Yes, William is... That's the reason why I'm going to be spinning this, because currently William's not in my lineup, which it's a bummer, but his damage output isn't great, and this might help it, because I was to the notion like, oh, it doesn't matter, you know, you're not going to be doing a lot of damage anyway, but this might bring that damage factor value up for William, and you just want him in the field for all the other good things that he does, right? But there's just nowhere to work him into my lineup, because like I'm not benching Joan, I'm not benching Belisarius. He does fine with Justinian, but I like the extra punch that an XY would give him. Hey bro, welcome to the stream. And she does do that to 5 targets, yeah. So if we go back to the Ethelfled that Hunky was talking about, right? So Ethelfled, we're talking about 20% more damage to enemy troops that are slowed. And so 20% on slowed enemies, right? So now we're talking about Philip Ethelfled March. Passive damage, if you have Belisarius in your lineup, is going to be actually it's 42%. 42% passive damage bonus for this march when he hits a slowed march from the Ethelfled buff. That'll go up to 62% damage bonus. And then once his active skill pops off, if all of those stars align, that he's hitting a slow march and this active skill goes off, he will be doing 82% damage from his march. And to Hunky's point, the Ethelfled 5 area of effect AoE that doesn't have a drop off. That might work. That's kind of crazy, actually. And you can kind of look at it in a way that, like, she is going to be a little bit tankier than what William's going to offer you. Because remember, the William buff is not, like, it's conditional. You have to be hitting multiple troops in the field. You have to be firing skills. She's going to have counterattack damage reduction. So flip be pretty fucking viable, man. 82% damage. And when you think of everything else that slows, right? Like Huo slows. If you did have the William in the field, he's going to slow. That would probably make me want to put Justinian and William back together. low spend or FTP, yeah. What other commanders give us damage bonuses that we can think of? And also, chat, don't let me forget to actually spin the wheel. I'm gonna switch this up. I'm not feeling the drum and bass today. Who else gives a damage bonus? Chandra has a damage bonus on this, so means 40% damage bonus dealt. But this wouldn't stack with Phillips, so you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. So that wouldn't work. Well, you can use him for KVK with 1093. With 1093, what? Mina does have damage bonus. Oh, this is target damage received. So no, this isn't a buff. This is a debuff. Charles damage bonus, but again, it's not going to stack with Phillips. At least the active skill it wouldn't anyway. No word on where I'm going yet. No official announcement. I am migrating. No official announcement yet. They are potentially having a really big KVK coming up. There was word that I think there was a king mail from 2377 that if their players are ready, they were gonna reach out to 1093 and potentially set up a KVK. So you might be seeing 2377 versus 1093 very soon. So if that move does happen, that would be pretty dope. Bro, he might even do pretty fucking well with Nebu. Where's his damage bonus? He's giving you 15% damage bonus. So that's just for free. So you're talking 77% damage with Nebu. With Nebu in the lineup, or Nebu behind Philip with a belly in your lineup. Leo, health bonus, defense, rage, expertise, right? Oh, damage bonus. Whenever it launches a beats attack, it's a 25% chance. Potentially, but I think his direct damage factor is just a little bit too low. I think you do want to see, and I think that's why like some of those tests yesterday that Chiz was running with Chad is because you're talking about those commanders that have 2k plus damage factor, right? This current meta in the realm that we're living in. Even oh, come on, Hunky. Look, I know you didn't hit your KPI this KVK, but you're a solid player. I don't know if I woke up to it, but I was just chilling, and I see a message on our Zalo app, which allows us to communicate with the Viet leadership, and Hunky gets called out for his poor KPI. I was shocked, actually. I was shocked. Guan, you're talking 1250. There's no damage bonuses from Guan. Could it work? Probably. Yeah. And again, I don't think you should really want to be expecting these great trades, but I think we are in a realm now where you can expect to at least get, you know, close to a 1-to-1. Whereas with Trajan, you weren't getting close to a 1-to-1. You were literally a punching bag on the field with Trajan. And again, that's attributed a little bit to his lack of a damage factor. He doesn't really have one. So the lower you start to bring those damage factors, the more that damage bonus isn't really going to be doing much. It might work pretty well with someone like Henry because he has such a high counterattack damage. 12 hours total, only 600 million KP. I was probably right around there too, Hunky. I mean, you got the 30 million kills before me. Did you not kill a lot? How many troops did you kill? I'm shocked then, because I'm pretty sure I got right around the same. Maybe a little bit more, because I was like 30 million away. No, so that's one thing that they found out last night, Tommy, is that you do not want to run Philip with anybody who's gonna double proc skills. No one, because you're overraging. Like if you go and watch the video, if you find the point where they ran Philip and Joan, your rage was just stuck. Like you're way rage overloading because there's so many skills. 1.2 million dead over a mil T5. I guess maybe that 5 million power difference maybe put it over the top, because I mean, again, I'm kind of right in the realm with you, brother. I mean, you know, a million total more, but that's weird. I guess I'm close to a million T5 too. Damn, you couldn't have missed it by much. I can't believe they're giving you shit if you missed it by like a smidge. Hunky's not dead weight, babe. Also, yes, hit that like button. Also, yes. Hello, baby. Who do you have available? He who snores. Yeah, so couldn't have been much, man. Like, I will not. I understand you have to do what you have to do, but like, come on. Come on, man. If you're off by like what 5% of your KPI, like, especially considering when Hunky came on and started putting fucking markers on, we started coming back and people started listening and fucking doing what the fuck they were supposed to be doing. All the weight is in my nuts. Not as good as the Europe nuts jokes, but it's on par. Boudica, he could potentially work. I had this notion as well. I think a lot of the new meta commanders he will work with. Boudica, Skippy, right? All of these commanders he is going to work with. It really is going to depend on what the composition of your marches looks like, right? Like, I'm a heavy cab main, and I have obviously all these fucking cab commanders, and Takeda's benched. I wouldn't use Takeda. Or like William, when Chiz said William, I'm like, fuck, that makes a lot of sense. Because the whole thing with William is you want to keep his rage going because this skill is just so good, right? And he can do a fair amount of damage. It's not going to be the greatest, but he's giving you attack, he's giving you march speed. He does have a damage bonus on his own too, actually. So now we're talking about you're still going to be up in that realm of 82% or 72% damage with William when you're outside territory. So actually it's probably going to work pretty well. I think William is probably, look, if you take out what Gen 6 or whatever Nevsky is, if you take that generation on and remove them from the equation, I think William's probably a top 3 pairing for Philip. Yes, yeah, and her, well, that's on, yes. Like, she would probably work maybe a little bit better with William. I mean, with Philip, because of her damage, she's going to help those trades a little bit more, and this skill damage taken increase is really good. But you can also make the argument that 20% defense and the rage that you're getting for 5 of your marches is arguably better. So let me just see about this kit real quick. We'll start spinning some wheels. Leave her on the bench. I love Boudica, yo. Got that little soft spot for the redheads, you know? What, babe? Archer defense, and then you'll have the health bonus here. Right now, Lou, Alex, Ragnar, Skippy, Huo, William, Nev, Joan, Juge, Herman, and Boudica YSG. Considering we're in King of All Britain KVK, there's a lot of doable pairings. Yeah, I think the lineup is fucking solid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Honestly, it looks like you're, because he's going to be a lot of people's 6 March, right? And then as you kind of kill your troops off like this in that back end of this KVK, like I could have used him as a 5th March. I ran out of troops for my 4th Cav March. Soft spot for real Asians. Oh. Turn your missus into a literal ginger ninja. What's up, Bullet? Yeah, this guy's going to be a lot of people's 6 marches. I think you obviously can't touch the 2 infantry marches. Huo William, there's probably some flexibility there. Like maybe if you were to cycle Joan off of Nev and put her with Huo, and you got creative with I don't know, stratagem or something of the sort to replace Joan on the Nev March, and then now you have Philip William. But I think Philip will also work well with Boudica, and he will work well with YSG too, because YSG still does so much damage. Okay, enough of that beer. This is the thing about Philip that Trajan doesn't do, because of all of this damage potential. And he is, you know, helping your trades in the field. Like, there's so much versatility with this commander. Leadership plus, yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be so much to do with this guy. It's not even funny. Like, in my opinion, he's a must-have. He's a must-have because he's so damn versatile. One of my favorite IPAs. Yeah, guys, if you don't have the gems aside to get this guy, get your gems sorted and start spinning these wheels, as we will, because we have 5 minutes to crank out a couple spins. Oh, let's turn our animations on. All right, let's go for big spins, no whammies, no whammies. God damn it, Tommy. Member dono, yes. I appreciate you, brother. That's your attempt at ASMR, no bueno. Oh, all right. Shit, my bad. All right, fucking content master over here hasn't posted a goddamn thing on her food page in God knows how long. Oh, I thought we were getting the 8. Okay, not great, not great, not shit. Come on, baby. Whoa, Tommy with the 5 gifted. Hells yeah, thank you, brother. Get those hype emojis in the oh, okay, and they disappeared on me. Was that a bug? There we go. Behind Dirty Dancing. Knox, Buzzwole, Ryan, Josh, and Bullet. Welcome to the Dirty Gang. Tommy, thank you, brother. Appreciate that. There's an 8. There's an 8. Let's go, baby. I gotta speed these fucking spins up. I need to get to 40. Yo, melancholic. What's going on, man? Welcome, welcome. Imperium. Imperium or very, very high A is what I'm looking for. I need the big fights. Imperium or very high A. No 25. I already told them. Like, look, it's not happening. I know, but the point of this stream is to do all my whole 100 on stream, Tommy. Yo, Prospect. What's up, man? Welcome, welcome. I got 1-8. Got 1-8 so far. I like to aim for like maybe 3. 3 is like, if I get that, I'm happy. But I'm getting a lot of single sculptures too here. All right, there's our 40. We're good. Right on time. We won't go too long today too, by the way, y'all. We're just gonna do some quick spins. We'll talk some migration. We'll bullshit about Philip and whatnot. Maybe I'll do a little bit of Soroli if anyone wants to rock that, because if I don't do it on stream, I probably won't do it at all. But yeah, that wasn't too bad for 40 spins. Let's see, 18 heads. It's not too shits. They do. Well, look, hey, I mean, I was king over there for a hot minute, and I know, like, right as I left, they've gotten some of the biggest KVKs that they've ever gotten. But it still doesn't expose me to enough fighting, right? I've gotten close here in 2975. But they're also kind of turning into like this Imperium dodger, right? Like, I think where we messed up, and I've talked about this a bunch, but I think where we messed up this past season is we didn't register King of All Britain, and we weren't in that 23 77 365 KVK. Need some guidance on where to put Philip or leave him be. No rush. Yeah, I got you, brother. You know I always got you. Band 1077 confirmed. We will have to pull up the Fleisch boards too, so I'm not really sure, but yeah, I'm definitely looking for a big Imperium or a very high A that's close to Imperium. That's you're just around that pool that you're gonna almost be guaranteed to be up against some of those guys. As soon as you migrate out, I migrated in, yeah. It'd be like that sometimes. Melancholic. 1077, one of the top 8 kingdoms. So I didn't get to watch a lot of it, obviously, because I had my own Kingsland going on at the time as well. Is this new? What the shit? Barn forts? What are barn forts? I'm just kidding, I know what you're talking about. Let's see. Let's see the new toy. Is he gonna get wrecked by a KV plus Kingdom Barb? Or thinking to swap Trajan stars to Philip? Do it. Do it, Lee. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Do it. Facelift. Back to your question, Melancholic. I didn't get to watch it a lot, but from what I heard, the 1365 was extremely underwhelming. Me and Ray were kind of talking about this a little bit as well, where he made the point that 365 hasn't had a migration in forever. Now the new migration system is going to help that, and I think that's why they pumped as many dead troops as they did. And this new migration system, by the way, changes everything. Like, we're going to see a little bit of a different dynamic in the realm of Imperiums. I think I think the kingdom building aspect now is going to be much more bearable for these leadership positions in Imperiums. And I don't know, I think it's a great direction that we're going in. And I think that we need that in the top levels, because let's be real, the floor, right? The floor for the Imperiums has fallen so far. Like, think of where we were just like a year and a half, 2 years ago with some of these Imperiums, where they were still, I mean, we're talking about, you know, 2 years ago, we're talking about 254 still being a force with, you know, 2 alliances, 3 alliances. 2 years ago, maybe that might be a little generous, but we've come a long way in 2 years, and probably not in the best way. And I think we're turning a corner now where we can now start to raise that floor of these Imperiums a little bit, because they're not going to be so restricted. They're going to be able to bring in that fresh blood without destroying their kingdom. So back to the original point, I also personally believe that 2377 is probably in your top 3, and I think I may have called this in one of my Osiris League casts. They are top 3 kingdom right now, in my opinion, at least from a KVK standard, right? I mean, they made a decent run in OL and Grand Prix. Did they win the OL? Can't remember. No, they didn't win OL. But they're fucking scary, and I'm fucking sitting here for ages trying to get this fucking commander out. Yeah, fuck it. I want to go look at 2377. Dude, just the aspect of having Mr. Hope and Wild Lion is huge. That takes so much pressure. I mean, we had a 20-minute flag rally in this KVK where Mad Phantom, Abu, and a couple other 200 million power plus players were just pumping flags. Pumping the shit out of flags. I'll show you the report in a bit. But when these guys, not only the swarm prowess that they have, but that ability to pump flags, right? I think that's something that gets overlooked a lot of times. The ability to pump flags is huge. 4 billion power swarmy baby. Yeah, bro, we small snack to them. Yeah, they're scary, man. Look, didn't even put a dent in this fucking guy. Didn't even put a fucking dent in this guy, man. To think that he can kill off all, pretty much, he can zero himself and still be over 1 billion power is fucking insane. Philip would have been appreciated during that rally, yes, for sure. Just those 2 guys alone in this kingdom is fucking insane. So I do believe, look, it may have been lopsided, but when you got these 2 guys, it's huge. It's very disheartening too. Let me tell you, we turned it around in this King's Land, and we were feeling it. Like we were taking the reins, Hunky took the reins. We were really starting to make some progress on these guys. We were getting burns, we were defending and everything. And then we ran into this. And even myself, I'm like, yeah, this is cool, you know, oh, this is fucking epic, you know, we're fighting on this flag, and this is like rally number 2 or 3 on this same flag. And I can feel, just by the way that we're fighting a little bit, and also, like I said, on my end too, but obviously I'm like, I'm gonna keep pushing through. But if I'm starting to feel it, I know that other people are starting to feel disheartened because this fucking flag would not pop. It would not pop. And when you have the ability to do that, and I think this is something that a kingdom like 2293 that is also on my radar, it will always be on my radar because I love those guys. Something that they do very well in their strategic ways. Like I remember it was this 2 KVKs ago against 2934, and I was watching the Chiz stream, and he was like, he kind of his tone wasn't the happiest, but he's like, yeah, apparently my role is just to stuff flags against these guys. That's what you have to do against Swarm. You have to have your biggest, fattest players. Unfortunately, when you are on full defensive like that and you are getting overwhelmed in the field, as we were to 1875, at this point, you have to just pump into flags. And when having those two guys, man, forget about it. Like, we can look here. Look at all the MPs. All the MPs in Abu's. Monster UAE also. Yeah, Satam. These are all guys over 200, 300 million power. I don't think Monster UAE anymore. Error. Like, dude, just fucking pumping flag. Pumping the flag. D and KVK4, exactly. Yeah. Those big players, and look, in a, you know, C to B seed when we were at, D is almost like a billion power player. Like, that guy garnered so much attention. Now when you go to Imperium level and you have 2 billion power players, those players are going to garner a lot of attention. GV77 is very much real now. I think now there's, again, I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, there's rumors that GV77 and 1093 might line up and go for a KVK. I think the matchup to call for now is GV77 versus 960, just based on the spending perspective, right? Because 1093 has always kind of been known of having the numbers. They have some big players, but let's be real, 960's always had bigger players, and that's why, you know, we'll see. But GV77 is looking almost like the new 60 GT in my eyes. High spending kingdom, really loaded accounts and power. I think 960 might still have the edge here, but like in terms of like maybe overall average players, but just having those 2 billion power players is fucking insane. Let me catch up on chat a little bit because I know I was just kind of ranting there. Lee, I meant gold heads from Trajan to Philip Star. So yeah, well, I think when you do the swap, I think everything just moves over. Pretty sure 2377 is sitting at just over 25 billion right now for top 300, which makes dropping below 23 billion super easy and obtainable. It's good migration. Maybe 2377's on the map too if they're able to do that. There is also welcome to the stream. What's up, man? 960 unmatched with Wales. Yeah, that's I think overall, like if you look at the average of the players and accounts, I think 960 still etches it out. I don't think GV77 is there in terms of the average yet, but having those two guys is fucking insane. Let's be real. On the topic of kingdoms on your radar, what kingdoms are on your radar, and do you think is up and coming? All right, well, let's go to, I need Fleisch for this. Respect plus QVK with the main kingdom to fight 3310 as melancholic called out here. Let's go to the Fleisch boards. Gotta save this fucking thing. Where is the link? Is this it? No. 2377 had the migration tickets. Yeah, well, okay. Even if so, I'm not getting one of those tickets. That would be funny though. Like, hey yo, you guys don't got a YouTuber besides Mr. Hope and Wild Lion. All right, let's go to Kingdom Seeds. Let's pull up the Fleisch dashboard. What am I doing here? There we go. Whoa. Oh shit. Mad Achilles is everywhere. He's another one of those guys now. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me get a little zoom. So we're obviously just looking for EC. So there we go. So this was updated. Oh, this is December 2025. Wow, 365 number one in terms of power. That's kind of crazy. Oh, on 3310, yes. Is that his main account in 3310? Yo, what up, Arthur? Yes, I'm absolutely mad. I think everyone should. He's so versatile. Just watch the Chiz stream from last night. I didn't get a chance to finish it, but you only need to see so much to kind of come to the conclusion that you need to have him, because he's so goddamn versatile. He is Trajan 2.0. He's actually more like Trajan 3.0. Like we kind of skipped a couple levels there. One of his mains, highest KP. So I would assume that's his main. So 1365. Top 6 Imperiums. 1002. That alone would probably keep me from going melancholic. The fucking Baba curse is real, bro. We had that account. We had two of Baba's accounts in 2975. Baba TC at the Sun, and then Baba TC Sun. And then I think he moved the Baba TC Sun to 3310. And look, we had a Baba account in the kingdom, we lost KVK. 365 took in Baba, they lost KVK. I guess 3310 won KVK? I don't know. 100 million farms they will put to sleep. Oh. Sleepies. So yeah, I mean, we got 2377 is up there, man. 960 would be cool, but I don't feel like maxing tech all the time. So that's like another thing too. Like I want to go to Imperium, but I don't want to be forced to max tech every single time, you know. And maybe they are getting away from it, I'm not sure. But they have Plato, they have Redline. I am trying to kind of stay away from other content creators, because that's why I've always told 2293, like those are my homies. But I was like, yo, if Chiz ever leaves, like I'll come hands down. Like I love the culture they have there. Their people are mad fun. But they've always had a Chizgul account in there. And I was like, and now they have Chiz, War Daddy, Cortex, fucking goddamn Peace is gonna start fucking making content or streaming. Who knows? 1029 was a very interesting offer as well. Nugget pops in periodically. And I heard that Oppo is also going there, so it would be Lambo, Oppo. I love both of those guys as well, but it's too crowded from a content creator space. 2489, I think, is very close on their last legs. Like I don't know how much more, like if they take an L in this KVK, I think this is another thing me and Ray were talking about, and I think this is one of his points that I'm stealing as well. 2489 is close, I think, to maybe splitting up. Yo, Trinity, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Are men and women equally good at ROK? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They are, Trinity. Yes. Who else do we have here? 2370. So I said 1365 was on my radar, but again, I'm not confident in, you know, things over there now after this loss. I think you might see a pretty big downsize, and who knows what happens from that. 2377, of course, is on the radar, but I probably won't get in. I missed that opportunity. I think I asked at the right time in terms of like where they were as a kingdom and what their player base was. This was right before I left 2581. This was one of the kingdoms I was trying to get into, but they were still Imperium. Otherwise, I think I probably would have had a pretty good case. 1875, I'm sorry, like, again, nothing against those guys. I have a lot of friends in 1875, but they dodge Imperium fights like on a consistent basis. So I've already I'm not one to go into Lost Kingdom chat and kind of like, you know, throw shade and shit, but like I've felt like I needed to do that a few times in our Lost Kingdom chat. Which, by the way, threads, thoughts on it, anyone? I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it. Yo, what up, Beast? Welcome to the stream. I met Skinsy in real life the other day. I beat you to it, nerd. That's awesome, man. Yeah, Skinsy's a good dude. Just use random number generator, imagine. Let's see, what does Hunky got for me? Ooh. Oh, wait. Yes, yeah. Cortex mentioned something about 960 already, so I think it's a little bit more public than he mentioned it on his last live stream. He said he's gonna take a break for the holidays. He went crazy on this KVK 21-hour streams and all that stuff, and then he mentioned something about coming back with 960 content. That would be good, and that kind of again leaves that door open. I've always ever since look, 2293's had this reputation of like Imperium killers and just a really good solid kingdom for years. And from playing against them and then allying with them in consecutive KVKs, their whole team is great. Europe, who pops in here all the time, is a great dude. Mori, the king over there, Rel's Syriax, who's over there, Minecraft guy was over there. Like, they're just a fucking great community, and they're fucking masterminds. Like, they will put in the fucking time and the hours. I remember when I was king of 2581 and we allied with them, and they were planning for our zone 7s and on or zone 7s in Kingsland. These guys were in a call in our like alliance Discord. These guys were in a call for like 8 hours, guys. It's like, that's fucking dedication right there. I love that. I love that shit. I'm so goddamn competitive that I love seeing that shit. Now, would I do that? Probably not. Probably not. Just give me the keys, give me the tools, and tell me what to do, and I'll go do it. And I'll put in 16 fucking hours on stream or in fighting. I'm way too competitive, but I'm competitive to the extent that I love that shit. I can get into 2293 whenever I want. So I'm friends with those guys. Threads is trash. I kind of like it. 2885. What's 2885? Why does this sound familiar? Makes trash talking so much harder to do. Cool and all, but if you go to 1175, you can fangirl over Mimi. 1175 was honestly on my radar, just purely because I want. Look, I mean, before While I Am Mr. Hope, Mimi probably had like the most stacked like set of accounts, right? They were all around 1 billion. So I kind of wanted to go there just see what the gold chest production was like. Let's see who else. I kind of do want to avoid new kingdoms because, at least for now, because number one, 2 alliance setups are a little hard to maintain, and that's kind of the reason why they are such a high power. But I think it takes, I want proven kingdoms too. Like, I don't want a kingdom, I don't want to go and then next thing you know, like they're, you know, that's why 2293 is would be such a nice choice, because their leadership's been together for a while. Oh, that's Dom's kingdom. That's right. That's Dom's kingdom. 2885. I deserve 1002. Full of dicks, thought beast. Funky, I can't remember what we did last KVK, barely. I just remember we fought 2268. And we had 2748. I guess I remember sometimes, but dude, I'm so bad with like the, I don't know. So wait, what's Imperium now? Now it's top what? Top how many kingdoms? See, like, here's the thing, and here's what I mentioned too. Like, the floor for Imperium is fucking low, man. Like, 365, notable name, Imperium, of course. 2377, 960, 1001, 1002, both dead. 1875, yes. 2049, 3213, newcomer. 1093, of course. The old guard. 1175 was once Imperium, fell out, now back in. 1846, a legacy Imperium as well. 3060, another newcomer on the block. 1052, who? 2748, one of those new kingdoms that's pretty much established in a way. They are on my radar as well. I was talking to my buddy Finnick. Finnick, for anyone who's from 2581, he was one of our players there. He ended up acquiring a big account, went there for is now there for Cyrus League, so I was messaging him. So 2748 is a potential landing spot for me. Don't need to remember, that's what I do. Not until I leave. Silver Imperium and Gold Imperium. Oh, see, like, I don't even fucking know this shit, bro. But yeah, man, here's, I guess, like, we would probably say, so if 2975 is in this top 20 range, I'm probably going to want to stay within top 25, right? So power wise, 20 billion, yeah, probably top 25, but I probably wouldn't go below 19th spot here. I'm probably going to look to climb up into some of these higher tier kingdoms. So 1093, of course, as I mentioned before, they're on my radar. 2377, but that seems like a stretch now. 2748. There's really only like 2 or 3 options. 606 doesn't deserve my dead weight. Where is 606 on this list, by the way, anyway? Did you guys drop that far? Also, welcome to the stream, Salman. No, my OL, I'm trust me, my OL dreams are over. Like, I'm 71 million power. I could train up to probably, again, easily 90 million, but again, that doesn't get me close into the realm of being an Osiris League account. What's going on here? Welcome. Sort by KP. Ah, there you are. Oh, 48th ranked kingdom in terms of power. Shit. I mean, so are we, Hunky. I didn't expect them to be this low, though. 2489 would be a nice thought, honestly, and I think I have the, you know, potential connections from being in 2975 that I can kind of maybe get my way into 2489, but again, I think they're close to maybe, you know, the only thing really keeping that kingdom together, in my opinion, is OL. Like, I don't know, I could be wrong, but maybe it feels like 2489 might be coming to a close, but we'll see. I think that there was a large sentiment about that with 962, and now look at them. Yo, the boss, welcome to the stream. Hi, ladies. bro, you guys and your fucking between Europe and Trinity, I'm gonna get canceled. Fact. The fact. So yeah, I mean that's kind of like migration talks a little bit in a nutshell. I think we have target kingdoms. 2377, super long shot. 2975. 2748. I gotta go back to power. 1093. 2293. It's probably 3 kingdoms on my radar. Yo, what up, Ergendier? Forza leaving 2489. I mean, that's all it takes. It's a trickle out effect. Mools is keeping 960 solid. Yeah, man. I mean, look, the pool's not large. Not like it used to be. Not like back in the day of the golden ages of these Imperiums. Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, I was like 2975 on the radar. And look, I'm also like, I think I'm also leaving on good terms. That's why I did make the decision that I'm going to participate, among other reasons too, in case I needed power to be lower for migration and shit. But I also wanted to leave on good terms because look, there's things to work on in 2975, but what kingdom doesn't have things to work on, right? I think I was talking to Bullet about this. Like, as harsh as I can critique ourselves in this KVK, every kingdom is going to have things that they need to work on. So I think I'm going to be leaving on good terms, and if you know I want to go back, I can go back. I know Hunky's going to be staying, I think, at least for now. Egg seems like he's staying and quite comfortable. A couple other key players, Trigger, Blazin, from the international perspective. And then I think, you know, obviously with the new migration that they just got in, I mean, they're still healthy. There's going to be a few players moving out potentially, but like they're still pretty healthy. They just got to work on some things. Body in 93, he was important for 2429. Hard worker and leadership. Stay till they yeet you. Well, that might come to fruition. We'll see. What about 1188? Who's 1188? Who dat? How do I search on this thing? What the fuck? Oh, here we go. Oh, that's the Two Alliance Chinese Kingdom, right? There's, I believe. Let's see. Potentially, yes. Let me just see where they are in terms of power. Wait. Fabricio, welcome to the stream. 49, we're not dying anytime soon. Go for quality now, not quantity. I mean, look, that was just like a notion, right, and a feeling. So obviously you're there, so I would take your word for it. And I feel like the oh well aspect it's still so strong there. Like they were in the fucking what were they in grand finals? They got booted really early in Grand Prix, to be honest. But I mean, what, they were in not grand finals, but they lost to 960, right? So I think that alone keeps them alive. So yeah, I mean, I can see them staying around for a little bit longer. $960 KVK A seeds. Let's see. Excusez-moi. Yeah, I really like what they were doing in OL too. Yeah, not saying going for OL kingdoms, but their performance in OL was great. Excuse me. Minion Man, welcome to the stream. 2377, yes, on the radar, but they're still Imperium. They still have 2 billion to drop, as Ray was saying before. So it's just like, who knows? I think that's a long shot. I missed my opportunity. This was like almost about a year ago, right as I was going to leave 2581. I think that probably would have been the best time for a player like me to get in, right? Like mid spender, you know, decent stats, not great, not like a guarantee to go anywhere that I want. But they were still Imperium. They were stuck. They couldn't take any migrants. Look for a kingdom really good at barb chaining. Did I mean to spell migration wrong in the description? How bad did I butcher it? Jesus Christ, that's terrible. Migartaion. No, it's fine. No, I did not mean to do that. Question is to max failure safe calves both. Wally, do it. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Do both. 1875 is still Imperium, yes. I'm pretty sure they're probably going to be searching for us to help them drop, potentially. Who knows? I think both, Wally. From watching the first few, I watched like a couple commander pairings that Chiz and Chad did yesterday on stream, and like it's just, I'm eating my words already because I didn't realize that the damage was going to be there as much as it was. No return to 2581. Not yet. I could see 2581 being like the place, like, look, I built that kingdom, so like I can see that as going like my place for retirement. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm ever like I'm done with ROK, I want to just be more chill and casual, and I probably won't stream as much. That's a lie. I probably will still always stream. But I'd probably go back to 2581. Because at the end of the day, that is still fam, right? Oof, 500 gold heads. All right, let's go from the perspective, Wally, and we'll shift off now of migration talks, and again, we're an hour in. I'm not going to go too long today. We still got to do some wheel spins. We'll kind of get back onto the discussion of Philip, but just to wrap up migration talks, I mean, 1093, 2377. 2293, 2748 kingdoms on the radar, potentially going to. This is my last KVK in 2975, so I will be leaving. I've already stripped my gear and everything for my commanders to bring my power as low as possible, and hopefully these guys give me passports because they've been kind of ignoring me. So. I don't know why. I think they think that we're gonna make a play to save these zones, and Hunky, I don't know if you're still around or if anything, but that's no knock on 2581. Who snores? Check your ad settings. You're in Australia, so I don't know. They're 24 minutes apart. You should have only gotten 3 ads by now. But yeah, I don't know if I'm not seeing something that these guys are, but like I think they think we're gonna keep these Hurons and whatnot, but like there's no way, because like they're just 1875 is just gonna take this pass. 1875 is gonna chase us wherever we go, and these zones are way too big to flag out. So like I don't think we're gonna be able to keep these. I don't know. I'll show you, Hunky. Look. Oh. 8 every 24 minutes. It shouldn't be giving you that many. That was really bright, by the way, so anyone who got blinded by that, I'm sorry. I was not expecting that. Shut the fuck up. 5 ads, alright. So maybe that's just YouTube just being greedy. I'm not sure, Minion Man. I think maybe 2. We did lose KVK, yeah. It was just too much. We didn't have we had 3,300 and that was pretty. You can consider Kingsland a 1v2. And in my opinion, an Imperium should be able to handle 1v2. Like, let's look for 3,300 even. They're 13 billion power. Like, there's only so much we can do. An Imperium Kingdom should be able to handle. Look, we are one of the top ACs in 2975, but we don't nearly have as many max tech players as that they have. So nah, you can skip them. It's fine. I skip all the ads all the time. But yeah, back to the commander discussion, Wally, and let me just check this real quick. I don't know who this is. Oh, this is Turtle. I'll get to that. I'll help you out, but I got you. All right, we'll show that real quick, and then we're gonna go. I'll go into this commander discussion again, because this was again very interesting for me, because I again was kind of like, oh, you're not gonna get a lot of damage. 16.3 billion power, very nice. And brought up the KP a little bit, about 100 billion from what we were hovering at, and bringing up the power, which again is where I think I heard also too in one of the discords that I'm in from a very knowledgeable player, Wiser, like A seeds are kind of scary now. Like B seed is almost kind of where you want to be at in a way. KVK1 merchant. So yeah, it's tough everywhere now. I think the migration changes are going to help a lot. I think we'll see a lot more development from Imperium Kingdoms, and I think you'll see that floor get increased where we'll start to see healthier KVKs again. Lead of 81 is Nem. I believe she's the king, with obviously the council behind her. 2906. Let me look at them real quick, and then we'll go back into this Philip. This Philip talk. 2906, 14.7 billion power, 848 billion KP. That is really nice. But yeah, back to your initial question, Wally. Look, I think you're gonna guarantee one of these cav commanders is gonna be a must-have, obviously, right? Most likely the wheel commander. At least for cav means. At least for cav means. Let me premise that. I don't have a stream delay on. No, I stated that. I'm not going to 3,000 plus kingdoms. It's too risky. I've seen, you know, even when we were building 2581, like, look at all the really good kingdoms that we had around us at the time that just, and you weren't there for it, Artha, but like, there was a lot of really solid kingdoms around us that just, they're not like a thing anymore. So I know that for sure. Yeah, going back to this whole Philip discussion and Philip or new calves. I think Philip is, and it's hard to say, right? Because we don't know what the new Cavs are going to do. We don't know. You know, we're probably going to get Delta formation. We're probably going to see the first combo attack cavalry. We see the effect that Liucha can have with his combo attack, and what it does with rage, right? So, fuck. Here's the other thing that I'm thinking now too. If these Cavs do have combo attacks, probably I don't need to make as many horns. I probably actually don't need to make a horn for my third Cav March now that I'm thinking about it. But anyway, it's really tough. It's really tough call, Wally. I think Philip is just, he's a must-have for everybody. For Whales, Krakens, he's your bona fide 6th March or 7th March, depending on how whaley you are, right? He probably pushes out the need for creating a siege march, in my opinion, because we have such a good diversity of pool of commanders that you can have 6 really good marches that are all damage dealing, and then you have Philip. He-Man, welcome to the stream. It's his smite to not investing any more skill damage commanders. Well, I think I don't know if that's possible for now, at least until we see. But I think smite is the infantry niche, and I think unfortunately for some reason archers is going to be healing. But I think that's the direction that we're going in. I think until we see a commander out, I think until we see a commander outside the troop type of infantry that's smite, I don't know if you can take that stance. Born Sinner, welcome to the stream. Seedings are strange. They've been dropping by around 600 million power from the start to end of my last. That's been consistent even when I was in 2581, and I don't know. I would trust what you're saying because we saw the same thing when I was in 2581. Like ever since 2581 became a thing, from the top down, powers were dropping and dropping and dropping, right? Like we were aiming for the longest time to stay CC'd, and then we couldn't. It was just impossible, right? Because we were trying to build an OL team. We got bumped up to B, and then eventually we had to make the call. And I think I was still in leadership at the time when we made the call that we had to make the decision. We either stay in B or we go to A. And I think honestly, Weiser made a good point that B seed probably does kind of seem the safest right now, because you're kind of dodging some of the bad matchups that you're getting with some of these overinflated A seeds. 1648 useless. So B seed seems a little bit safer nowadays, for those who are like casual. You don't have all the pilots and stuff. So yeah, I mean, look, I'm in a good position right now that I am going to be maxing Philip, and I'm going to be able to go in and get the new Cav commander. I probably won't be able to max him for the KVK that I'm going to be in, because I'm assuming new Cavs will probably, since we just got Philip, I would say we'll probably get an announcement on Cavs probably end of January. We'll probably get the release by mid-February to end of February. And even by that time, I think I should be good enough to replenish my sculptures, and I'll probably keep spinning Philip until there's any potential fights that I need him for. So I'm gonna stand by it. Again, and for anyone who hasn't, definitely check out the Chiz stream, and anything that comes out with testing on Philip, just go and watch, and you'll see he's a must-have. Philip is a must-have commander. He's just way too good. Where'd he go? We'll actually bring him up to 4 stars right now. Where'd he go? Philip. Bruh. If you're not doing tech, why do Philip? So I think even if you're not doing tech and you're not a 5 March or 6 March player, he still is. I think even still, I think he still would fit in as a 5th March. I think he's gonna bring he will bring that much to your lineup. And again, it's the versatility that he brings, right? So like if you have a Lucha and you decided to go William Wallace and you paired him with him, and now Skippy's kind of sidelined. He just works with so many good commanders. And for UA's YouTube, it's good. Jump around kingdoms very often. Yes, yeah. And look, and that's my take right now too, is like, especially with the new changes to migration, with number 1, we're getting 1 passport a day, which I think the content creators peek under the tent. I think we're kind of advocating to try and get that number adjusted to not just be 1 passport a week potentially. It's nice, trust me, it is very nice, but I don't know if it's enough. But the New World bundles are beefed up now. You can acquire much more passports through New Worlds, and yeah, I very much agree, Artha, that jumping around is good for the channel. Considering they might be Delta, I hate invest 1 new formation again. I couldn't say, Artha. I think Philip will go well with William, honestly. Like, that's what I'm going to be doing. And I don't know what your setup is, but that is what I will be doing. Is because William's currently benched for me, so I am going to be bringing, and I'll show you my pairings actually here. So like, this is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bona fide marches, and then my 6 March always changes depending on what KVK format I'm in. I would use him, Wally. I would use him with William, because that's kind of what you want with a commander like William, right? Because he's that utility guy. His trades aren't great. Like his damage just isn't there at times, right? He has to be with a really good commander like a Huo to get his damage really up there in par. But yeah, I wouldn't use him with Guan. I would say any of the later generation commanders, he's going to be really good with. Skippy, Boudica. I mean, the list goes on and on, honestly. Like, and I would do primary. I think primary is where he's, because you want the damage bonus that he's going to be giving you. If that does land on, if 6 March, you might not get it, but even still, like, Philip's going to work with William. He's going to work with, not Joan, he'll work with YSG. He'll work with Boudica. He'll work with Ethelfled, as we kind of were discussing, and I'm very curious to try it with Ethelfled now. He'll work as a pure buffing march if you want to do with like a Mulan or Trajan. If you had Alex in here, he probably would work with Alex too, in my opinion. If you're not running the Lucha Alex, Ash Philip would definitely work. I think that's one of the things where like you want to get those rolls, those extra chances, to get something like this. So whenever he uses his active skill, you can get one of these buffs. And again, that's why. Where is my Philip? Am I bugging, chat, or is he not? Is he not here? Why don't I see him? Oh, there he is. Like, where's the skill to his expertise? 40% chance to use their active skill a second time, and whenever the commander and their troop uses active skill, 20% chance to, whenever the other commander and their troop uses their active skill. So he has a chance to use his active skill again, and then gives your secondary commander a chance to use their active skill again. That alone right there is crazy. Yeah, my Guan's not max, so he's not even at the 5-1-5-1-5-5 that like minimally you would want him at. But yeah, this guy's so good. He is so good and versatile. He's going to work with a number of commanders. I'm going to use all cav gear since he's going to be with William anyway. And I will... Look, you can make the argument of going for your damage reduction with 2 different unit types. But then you would probably need leadership gear. Or you just go singular and get the 30% damage bonus, which is pretty huge. And then even if you were to take a look at sets for these guys, let's see here. So this is my 4th cap set. Yeah, you would need leadership gear if you're going to run him with more than 2 marches. Oh, you guys can't. Hold on, let me hide chat real quick.
Just wanna pack up my things and go. Just wanna be free. Just wanna zone. Just wanna flow. Just wanna
Oh, that's really awesome.
Just wanna do me. Just wanna doze. Just wanna live and see how it goes.
I had a feeling it was off too. There we go.
When there's love in the rave, you know. When there's love in the rave, you know. All inside you, all in the soul.
Debating maxing because I likely would only put him behind Ash. I am going to max the wheel, yes. Not like max, but 100 spins. Anytime I've done more, I never get good luck. Damage bonus, 20% skill multiplied by 2.
You know when the calling's calling.
Next 2 seconds, up to 5 minutes. The effects of the skill are multiplied by 2 for this. Oh my god, bro! I didn't even realize that. So 40% damage, bro. He genuinely might work well with Ethelfled. If you have slow marches, like which everyone's gonna have, because Lucha slows, Kuo slows, which most everyone has. No archers slow, but just with those 2 commanders alone. Ethelfled might very well work with this guy, and in that case you probably, I mean, you could still run him with cav or archers or whatever you want to run, depending on what stats you want to get out of the second skill. So if you're running it with Ethelfled, like, you could make the argument to run it with archers or infantry. It all depends on your gear, but again, that's what makes him so fucking versatile. Sorry, I guess I wasn't sure what you were saying on that. That is fucking broken, in a way. Yeah, yes, that does make sense of why you would only want to run it in primaries, because it's 40% damage. On top of the 30% damage, that's 70%. With a belly in your lineup, that's 82%. And then if you had the Ethelfled hitting a slowed march, that's 102% damage bonus. Don't max comms, don't finish reading skills. That's why I don't make videos on commanders anymore. Holy cow. Okay, yeah, so he's a must max. He's a must max, guys. Like, you have to get him. You have to get him. He will fit into your lineup somewhere. Where it is, I can't tell you exactly, but he's going to work into your lineup somewhere. Multiple commanders are slowed, and yeah, and also too, like, and not to mention also from the support tree, like, you just go ahead and just get Page of Thorns at 1. That's all you need. Kuo, William, Nevsky, Joan, Lucha, Alex, Ragnar, Skippy, ZL, Herman. Yeah, I think, like, with new cav commanders, you'll probably end up replacing William. For anyone who has Kuo William, you'll probably end up replacing the William March because the damage obviously is going to be much higher. For those who are, you know, cautious of not maxing belly, and then you flex your Philip into a 6 March with William. I think this will push me to make a leadership set, just to make it more versatile. And then while I am running him mainly with William, I can then have my leadership set on my garrison, and then if I make the decision to run a mixed march of sorts or a different march, right, whether that's archer or infantry, because I don't want to commit to one, but I also have been playing with the idea of making a second archer set too. So like that can be in play as well. If you have the spare archer set, you have the spare infantry set, you just put that set on Philip and put the according secondary commander behind him, and you're good. He's so good, guys. You have to get him. He's a must. He is a must-have. It's not even close. Hawaiian Superman, welcome to the stream. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Hit that like button, y'all. Oh yeah, that's like a bona fide, like hunky for you. And I actually was gonna ask you too, because I don't know what I'm gonna do with my commander reset yet, and I think I don't have Asher unlocked, but I think that's gonna push me to unlock Asher. That's fair, Arthur. Look, and yeah, everyone's not gonna have a 6th March, right? But even as a 5th March, like this guy does so much. Like the 20% damage for your entire troop is a lot. 5552 on Asher. Yeah, I'm really contemplating. I think that'll probably be where my commander swap goes. It's either going to be Asher, or I even contemplated the idea of just, if I get 2, I'm definitely going to do Asher, and I'm contemplating doing Henry, because I wanted Henry for the longest time for artifact KDKs and for rallies, because to change this guy into a cavalry commander, to give the anti-swarm that skill damage cav commanders don't have, is fucking amazing. Big fan of Asher. Yeah, I was really leaning towards getting this dude. Oh, Philip just got on the 5552. Nice. Philip Shajar could be good too. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Boast. Yeah, that was one thing last night on the stream. Chiz didn't have Shajar and didn't have there was one other commander that like the chat wanted to see, but he didn't have available. But I think that could work too. I think a Shajar behind Philip could work, because you're getting a lot of sustain and you're keeping him on the field longer. Guan heads into Philip. Second archer set has some crits, so you'll try Ash primary first. Oh, true. Yeah. That would make sense. You're just gonna lose out on a little bit here. I don't know, man. You might honestly want to just take the stat deficit. I mean, what are you really losing on? Like, let's go up to. It doesn't matter actually. We'll hide chat one more time. Like, what the heck? Okay, I won't hide chat. No, that's the wrong one. No. It depends on how many you have born, but like you might want to just eat the loss, honestly. Where's my fucking gear? Oh, let's go to refine. Or awaken. We'll go to awaken. Why is that showing? Yo, Lambo, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I think Philip Asher is up there in terms of like that's probably one of the primary ones you want to be using. Why can't I fucking do this right now? Oh, Oppo with the raid. Thank you, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you, man. By the way, Lambo, my Saturdays are going to be opening up. I mentioned this a couple days ago, so I'm going to be leaving my second job that I have end of the month. So my Saturdays will open up. So I think there's potential to do to start doing some Sippin' Saturday streams. Should be pretty interesting. Thank you, Ganapo, for the raid. For those just hopping in, we're talking about Philip right now, and the potential pairings. I'm trying to get. Let's see. No, what are the stat bonuses we get here? So 4.5% on stat. You're getting what? Was it 20%, 30%, 30% attribute bonus. So boots, pants, weapon, and helmet. That is a lot. But let's take into consideration. I think the consensus is that 1.5% health is equal to 1% damage. So that might help you make the decision, Born Sinner. I had this discussion with a few people on stream in terms of my armaments, because I'm chasing damage. Like if I get a 1.5% damage, I'll take that all day. Like I don't care about the health at that point. 1780 and KVK got 1781. Yo, fucking the throwback. No way. The throwback. Like that was for those who don't know, me and Hunky come from 1780, and there was a huge rivalry between those two kingdoms. So that's quite funny. So archer set with boot, pants, and helmet. Is it the straight archer set? Where's my archer set? 5. So you're talking about, we just gotta put this again real quick. So boots, pants, and helmet. Helmet is going to be attack regardless if it's the set or the KVK piece. Weapon's going to be defense. Pants, depending on, I think it's defense. If you're not using the leadership set, and then boots, which is going to be defense. There might be a case there where you might not even care about it, Born Sinner, because 40% damage as a primary is insane. Full Dragon's Breath. Yeah, you might experiment with it. I mean, you'll see. I think 40% damage is too much to pass up on. I think you would have to make Philip primary, regardless if you have the crits on your archer gear or not. Because again, remember, 1.5% damage is equal. 1.5% health is equivalent-ish to 1% of damage, and that's health. Defense, there's going to be a little bit of a fall off, and then obviously attack is attack. Like, who wouldn't trade attack for defense any day of the week? Thank you, Arthur. I'm doing a little house music set today. Hunky. I'm sorry, man. I don't know what to do. I can't just turn off the ads. YouTube Australia be fucking bending y'all over. But yeah, I mean, guys, you got to go and get Philip. He's a must. He's an absolute must-have commander. This is Epidemic, yes. It's not you, it's me. Benigo, welcome to the stream. Yes, we talked about it a little whiles ago. Top kingdoms on my radar. 2377, huge reach, but they're on there. 2293, they've been around forever. I have a lot of friends there. Really great community. 2748, a really, really big up and coming kingdom. Obviously just won OL, made a deep run in Grand Prix. They've been putting on a show in this KVK that they're in too, kind of pushing around 1824, which is no small task. I have friends in 1824 as well. 1093, and then was there a fifth? I don't know if there was a fifth. I think that those are the four that I'm highly bullish on. And yes, Arthur, it's epidemic. If I didn't answer, I'm sorry. Do some calculations. Just want to see if it's an upgrade from YSG overall. I think it will be. Don't, with your Philip marches, guys, don't get too entranced in what the trades look like, right? Because again, he's going to be doing so much for your lineups. And I think that the upgrade that you're having from a Trajan March to now Philip is you're now reducing the ratio of your trades. So whereas you were running a Trajan March in the field, if you went to your battle logs, like you would probably, and I can't speak for this myself personally because I don't have him, but you're probably going to be looking at sub 1-to-1 trades most of the time. I think the small sample size that we saw from the stream that Chiz did last night is that this guy can fucking hang in there and trade some blows with people. So he's not going to be your number one, your number two, your number three. He might not even be your number 4 best trader, but he's a significant upgrade from Trajan in terms of the buffs that he's bringing and in terms of the trades. So I would caution people to not, again, this guy is meant to be a support, right? That's what his kit is for. It's meant to play support to the rest of your marches, and the boost you're getting on the trades is just a little bit of a kicker. All right, it's again, Trajan was that support march and that buffing march for a long time, but he's a punching bag, right? So don't get too caught up in the trades. I think when you start, as we start to see more, like, and I didn't get to the portion in Chiz's stream where they were doing 5v5 to see what the actual bonus was, but I can only imagine it's great. It's 20% damage bonus. Yes, yeah, I've slowly moved up Beningo, you know, 1780, 2581, then to 2975, very high A, and now I'm searching for the Imperium. It'll be my first time in an Imperium Kingdom. So I'm just trying to go where all of the, you know, potential for the biggest fights are. 2377 is a nice kingdom. Yeah, I bet it is, Genie. I bet it is. Yo, Genie, get me in there, yo. Welcome to the stream.
You know when the calling's calling.
Alloys, welcome to the stream. If it needs echelon, it's going to be hard. Still so many. I don't know. Let's see. I was kind of starting to put together my echelon on my Mulan. Which I actually need to remove these. 1.2% with a maximum increased value of 5%. It might not even need echelon, honestly, alloys. Yes, it'll be meta in Canyon for sure, Boast. But I think the whole point of us getting Philip is that you want to bring up the trades, because the Trajan March he doesn't do enough damage, right? He's a great buffer, don't get me wrong, and look, I'm eating my words because I said that it's not going to matter who the secondary commander is. You're going to want to pair him with Trajan because the synergies there, they're doing so much for you, skill damage bonus, rage, blah blah blah, all that, but it's only a 300 damage factor. You're still going to be a punching bag in the field. You're not going to see great trades, right? You're probably not even going to see 1-to-1s. Now, if you have Philip, and again, this is where we need to see more testing to determine on who to actually pair him with. I still believe that he's a must-have. But look, if you pair Philip with Trajan and you're getting 1-to-1 trades, fucking run Philip Trajan, because I guarantee you that'll probably do so much more for your lineup than having, you know, a William or an Asher or something like that. So like my goal with my Philip March is getting around 1-to-1 trades. Do the numbers, 5 marches, 20% damage boost. It is 100% damage boost, essentially. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't get too caught up in what that march itself is doing. He's supposed to be playing support to your other marches. He does have a couple extra things in his kit that just make it an extra kicker. But I'm really bullish on the fact that he's a support. Especially since people have been working on siege armaments too. Yeah, I agree. And this is why I did not go the siege route. I will never go siege route. I will never go siege route. I know it's good for your KP, and it can be beneficial in the field at times. But I've never been sold on siege. I don't think I ever will. Especially with this guy now. Look, and again, if you're a player like Genie, which to Ray's question, we do want to know what Genie's gonna be doing with Philip. Because Genie's a Kraken. Depending on how big of a player you are, there's probably some wiggle room where those players might still be able to do siege march. But if you're a 6 march player, which is probably a large majority of the player base, you should be prioritizing Philip over a siege march. Competition, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Yo, Philip is so good. That's what we've been harping on, man. That's what we've been talking about. That leader, yeah, your fully pocked leadership set. Beningo, Ragnar Skippy, William Alls Luce, Philip Chajar, ZL Herman, Hua William, Nev Joan. I think that's solid. I don't think I would make any adjustments. I think that is very solid. I think the Shajar is going to work really well with him. I made the case that if you remove all of the Gen 6 commanders and later, and this is where I'm going with it, is because I need to get my Philip on the field. I'm a 4 Cav March main. I think William's in the top tier of who you can pair him with. Now, if you remove, now if you're including all of the other marches, like, guys, you have so many options. If you include all Gen 6 and later, don't do it with Joan. Please don't do it with Joan or anyone else that procs enacts a skill twice. We saw it last night on Chiz's stream. You overrage like crazy and you get stuck. You're not getting great value out of it. But like YSG, he's going to work with. Boudica, he's going to work with. Ethelflood, even as we were talking about, I think is going to work with as well. I think we talked, it's like 100% damage you're going to get because of this here. Hell, even XY might work with him pretty well. Skippy is going to work excellent with him. I mean, I think Chiz was running a Skippy Trajan March or Trajan Skippy, I can't remember. Who else do we have here for late gens? I even said Nebu. Nebu could probably be a good pick for those who are like in my wheelhouse in like 4 Archer Marches, because you have a 15% damage bonus here. It's pretty huge, and not to mention his 30% counterattack damage bonus, which is great. Obviously Trajan is in play, but don't expect great trades from him. Guys, he's gonna work with so many commanders. I don't know about Cyrus, but Henry he would work with too. Henry has got good damage. Ragnar, but I don't think people are breaking up Ragnar Skippy anytime soon. Hell, he might even fucking resurge CJ. Like, for those who are 4 March infantry marches where you have invested into a CJ, maybe it helps CJ now, you know? Again, a little bit off on the damage factors here, but you're getting additional damage factor. damage reduction, which Philip could really use. Actually, this is actually pretty good. 15% march speed, great. Boost to skill damage, great. Reduce the damage by 50%. That's pretty good. Who else? Guys, he's gonna open up so much for you. Ooh, tomorrow, pass 4, 960 versus 2489. I am going to be working from home tomorrow, so maybe I will hop on and stream that. Who knows? Yeah. I got to get a lot of the admin work done tomorrow. Fuck. I'm not going to be in the field, but I got a lot of admin work because I'm going on, well, vacation. I'm taking my last couple vacation days, and I'll be off from Thursday until January 2nd. Genie, what time you guys opening up? 14 UTC, 15 UTC, around there? I even said that too, competition. Yeah, Alex would be decent as well. You know who isn't getting good trades? Me against 1875. Facts, yo. Facts. That was tough. That was tough. And that's where I'm like, I'm going to go up to an Imperium. I'm going to be fighting these Imperium status players all the time, but that's why I like picking a good Imperium kingdom is going to make a difference, right? Whether it's you have a lot of players in front of you to kind of tank, or you have a lot of just players in general. We'll see. But yeah, that's one thing with me. I'm like going up to these higher seeds now, and I'm like, oh man, the KP grind is going to be real. Sofrito, welcome to the stream. What's up, man? 15 UTC. Okay, cool. So that would be 10 a.m. my time. I might fucking honestly wake up, just grind out all my fucking admin work, and just like pace out my emails. Schedule, like, have all my emails like written out and just like send them periodically through the day, and I'll just fucking stream that shit. Yeah, that is also true. Yeah, go somewhere that they follow markers. That's one thing too with 2975, and there was a few players that were doing it, and I was thinking about it today. Like, we had a lot of guys, like, when we were fighting in that middle part, Punky, like, there was a lot of guys on the bottom just running for that easy KP. So, yeah, we'll see. I think we'll have an announcement soon on where I'm going. So if you guys aren't subscribed, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. Link to the Discord's in the description. It might not work because it seems to not work, even though I always put it that it should never expire. But we should have an announcement soon. I have passports ready for the most part. Think your workplace doesn't know about this? They don't know. Especially now that I'm with a new company. So like my old job, there was a few people that were like, and again, it was very few. Like there's maybe like 1 or 2 people that knew. But I made sure to not reveal that I was a YouTuber. Or like I streamed and stuff. So like I didn't want them to subscribe. Oh, let me subscribe to your channel. Like, no, I don't need your subscription, sir. It's totally fine. I'll be okay without it, because now I have the flexibility. Like when I do work from home, I can do things like this. Come to 93. Yeah, it's on my radar. Definitely on the radar. So Frito, there's another 8. Let's go, baby. That's 2 8s. I'll take it. I'm happy. Give me one more. Going to 1002. I heard they're slowly like getting their shit together in 1002 though. Oh yes, yeah, that's good. Yeah, actually, that's a great point, Ray. Like tomorrow, guys, don't trade Ray for that's a great point. Like, tune in to these, whoever's streaming tomorrow, whether it's me or Plato. I know he does a lot of KVK streams, like watch parties. Maybe I'll hop on with him if he's doing one. That would be easy. It would kind of kill two birds with one stone, because I can kind of like, I'll still be streaming, but I won't be streaming, you know. I'll be in a voice call. Maybe I'll do that. We'll see. But tune in to those fights tomorrow, because I guarantee you're going to see a lot of Phillips on the field, and we'll start to see the magnitude of what this guy can really do. And what better KVK to watch it than two of the highest spending kingdoms in the game. If you trade me, then who would bully you? Damn, Ray be bullying everyone, huh? Okay, I'm glad to know it's not just me. All the tax. It is getting tough. It is getting tough. That's why, like, look, we are in this like meta where like you need to be spread out and you can't have too much in one troop type of a commander, but like you still have to kind of main a troop type just for the sake of fucking, you know, the release of the commanders. Got 2 legendary echelon inscriptions for him. Damn. You got that fucking spender luck competition. It's not fair. All right, let's bring this. I'm gonna do the same thing Wally did. Actually, I'm gonna bring him up so that way we'll bring him up to a 5551, which is what I do with all my cav commanders, because you still need like 300 something sculpts to max them after. So you're gonna be investing usually 5551 amount of universals into a commander anyway. So we'll go ahead and do that, and that'll give me a better gauge of what I'm looking at for these next commanders, next cav commanders. Do I want to? Yeah, sure. We'll go for the do I even have Ethelfled sculpts to use? Ethelfled? Hello? Where art thou, Ethelfled? I think I just cashed them in. Okay, we're not doing that. I don't have any more spins. Artha. 3 wheels don't rush perfection. At least 3 wheels, at least. I think I probably will only do 3 because, look, I'm not the biggest spender, and I probably won't. After these next 2, I have, what, 200k? So that's 160. I'll be down to 40k. So I think 3 wheels is probably where I'll stop at. And Ray, you know me. I'm the least lucky streamer in Rise of Kingdoms. So, yeah, I think we'll be okay bringing him up. Yeah, not you, Hunky, because you have 58 million fucking alliance credits. Siege commanders going at least 1 march because that stuff hurts. I know, but like, just it's so cheesy, man. It's not what, I don't know. Maybe it's like the old guard in me. Like, I'm like, Rise of Kingdoms, the freedom of movement, all that stuff is what like really made me love the game. And to have a march just sit there and just go pew pew pew, like, I just maybe we'll use a commander exchange. If I get 2 and I get Asher, and I don't think I have anyone else really that I would probably do, like maybe Eleanor. I also thought of doing Bert, but I think with Philip now, Bert is totally out the window. Or even just doing another like garrison commander for like an artifact, or, you know, support skills or something like that. But I will switch. Actually, now that I mentioned support skills, I probably won't do. It'll probably be Ragnar. If I get 2, is it 2 guys? I don't know. 1 or 2. I think 1, it'll definitely be Asher as soon as I unlock him, and then it'll probably be Ragnar. Because I'll have Skippy done soon. I'm going to start getting him through dailies, and even without his expertise, he'll be fine. So if I ever get to the point where I have the second infantry set, I'll do Ragnar. Siege is very situational. It's great when at a past 7, for example, open field murder ball fight is cheap. Yeah, and we saw a lot of it too in our KVK Lambo as well. Like there are, I agree 100%. It is very situational, mainly too on these river points. So when we were fighting in over here, so we had all this territory right on, like, behind the river. And 1875 was just propping up siege towers because we were fighting, like they were trying to push us back on this territory. So they were just propping up siege towers on the river, and we couldn't do anything about it. Like that's what you said, and then also on river points, on river fights, like that's what siege marches are used for, and bridge fights too. River and bridge fights, which are kind of one and the same, but that's really what those siege towers are for. Guess the real question is, Lambo, what are you going to do with your Philip? I would like to know that, especially coming from the Archer main. Have an open Ethel chest in 3 years? How could you do that? That's insane. Props to the fucking hoarders, yo. All right, we're gonna fill this boy up, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up, guys, because I only want to do an hour and a half. We're on 2 hours. Isaac, welcome to the stream. Ragnar's a monster. You lose a ton of value from his AoE if he's not expertise. That's why he will be a commander swap. You know what else the situation of being gay, having a siege mark is like a penis in your butt. Demonetized. Okay. So expertise over time. Who are you thinking to pair him with? I don't think you would you break up some of your archer marches with him, or are you gonna maybe run something a little funky? Philip Shajar is gonna be so good. That's the thing too. Like I am trying to be patient with him as well. And if that turns out to be a thing, like maybe we go in and do a commander swap on Shajar. I'm not rushing my commander swaps. I think a lot of the commander swaps, and I think that everyone should take a note from this. Commander swaps are coming in January. Cav marches are coming. We'll probably get the announcement around the same time the commander swaps come on what the cav marches look like, and then we'll get the release end of February. Get your Phillips. Save your commander swaps. If you're in a position like me where you kind of got a little bit flustered and all over the place, and you have options to do good commander swaps, please, guys, wait on them, because Philip is going to be a key role in where some of those commander swaps go, in my opinion. Yeah, they're in Lambo as well, coming from the Archer main himself, y'all, and also competition is a really heavy cav main, Archer main. So maybe Shajar is in play to do commander swap now. Mars Invasion, welcome to the stream. What's up, man? Oppo the farmer sent me, so I had to stream that. Here to get you into 2377. Yeah. Song is a bop, reminds you of Imagine Dragons. They're okay. They're okay. Ditching Ramses for Asher and possibly Harold for Philip if he shows his value. Isaac, I don't even think you need to worry about the value that Philip's going to bring. He's going to bring it. It's there. The writing's on the wall. Philip is meta. He's a must-have for everybody. I will die on that hill. Imagine Dragon D's nuts on you. Oh, Tox, thank you for the 10 gifted, man. Appreciate you, brother. Lambo, welcome to the Dirty Gang. Isaac, Alloys, Competition, Dana, Skinsy, Lee, Plato, Newen, Obra, welcome to the Dirty Gang. Tox, thank you again, my friend. Pop those hype emojis in the chat for my man Talks. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, guys. Philip's where it's at. Everyone needs to be thinking about Philip right now and getting him into your lineup some way, somehow, and use your commander swaps for Philip. The little, I think the money button, the little money button by chat competition, I believe is how you do it. What happened? Oh, reach 30. Artha's like, why didn't I get one? Nice to meet you too, Mars. Oh wait, we gotta bring him all the way up to 60, yeah? I'm just thinking about this now. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna bring him up to 4 stars. We gotta bring him all the way up to 60, guys. Now I'm thinking. I don't have the fucking marches to do like a test right now, though. It might be because that's just like a temporary membership competition, I think. I'm not a YouTube expert, but that might be the case. Streamlab notification with the Oppo face. Yeah, I think you have to be like a monthly member, I guess is what it is. New in, no, not going back to 2581. Not yet, at least. I don't know, Europe, I think it just hands him out randomly. I don't even think you need to be watching a stream. Potentially he's lurking. If he is, yo, what up, Plotto? But I think it just hands him out randomly. I don't think you need to actually be watching. Oh no, okay, so I think that was the other march that Chiz last night said that he didn't have. Was he didn't have Shajar and he didn't have Asher to test. Competition, thank you for the $5.99 super chat. Appreciate you, brother. I still will never forget. This was when I was kind of just starting out. And I remember the first super chat competition gave me. It was a hundo. It was my first hundo. And I was like, I literally almost teared up, man. Like, that was like a little bit of like a driving force for like, oh man, this is a thing. This is a thing. I think I have something here. So, always appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the support. And of course, can't forget about Tox, man. Tox is always very generous to me. No, we've been asking. The content creators we've been poking away, but they're not giving us anything on the info on Commander Swap. So we all have to sit tight and wait. Fringe. 2748. What? For the token. Yeah, see, we'll see. We'll see, Arthur. I'm not sure. Would pair him with Skippy, but Skippy Ragnar is just way too good. Yeah. I don't think you want to break up the Skippy Ragnars. Look, I think the marches you're not breaking up right now for Philip are are the commanders you're not breaking up right now. Skippy, Ragnar. Lucha did really fucking good, but I think with his kit and what he does with Alex is just way too good, because that damage bonus and the expertise of Alex is so good. And then even if you have a William Wallace, for those infantry tryhards, apparently it's a good march, but I wouldn't know. Who else? Huo you can't use because he would be secondary. Nevsky Joan, like I don't think we're ready to break up that pairing yet. ZL Herman, we're not ready to break up yet. Which just kind of leaves like anything where it's like the other marches, right? So like for me, for example, as a cab main, Justinian XY. For the archer mains, Shajar and whoever you're pairing with, CY or YSG or whoever in the field. Infantry doesn't really have that command, that pairing yet, I think, because infantry just kind of really now has found a place in the open field with Lucha, Alex getting the resurgence, Skippy obviously has been good for so long, and then William Wallace and Ragnar. And like again, this is damage, so you could pair a smite damage commander with him, but it's all the others, right? It's all the others who have kind of been benched or sidelined and who are still good, but they just weren't quite good enough to make it into your main lineups. Like that's what this guy is going to bring life to your lineups, guys. Has to be Shajar 99%. We'll see. I think it could work too, because Shajar in her own respect is a support march in a way. So look, I mean, if you have Shajar and William in your lineup, if you're one of those players, I mean, you're talking about what, she gives you 30%, he's giving you 20% defense passively. That'll stack if you get stars aligning correctly. That's pretty good. Huo Phillip sub the William. I potentially, yes, because I mean, you're not going to get the damage bonus on Huo's active skill, which is ideally what you would want. But I think the aspect that you can just proc that Huo skill a second time again potentially warrants the thought. Yes. Yeah, Hunky the fucking businessman. Yes, that is a great point. Also consider this may make more people spend on tech early for 6th March in Zone 5. It's very sneaky. But honestly, guys, if you're in some of these, you know, and I guess it's more like personal too, but like if you're in a bigger kingdom, more highly competitive kingdom, you should really be aiming for 6th March in Zone 5. And if you really want to optimize your kill point accumulation, you should be going for 6th March in Zone 5. Like it's so good. All right, let's bring him up to 5551, and then I'm gonna take him out for a little bit of a spin, and then let's see what this guy is about. Oh, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Sorry, that's where I was going with this. Whoop. Just kind of want to get a gauge of what my universal sculpts are going to look like, because I'm going to assume I'm probably going to need maybe another like 100 or so to max him, but I think I'm still going to be in a good position to max one of the CAF commanders. So 655, let's assume I need to use another 100 or so, 140 maybe. That still puts me at 500. Yeah, I'm in a good position for maxing him and cabs. We'll see, maybe pick up Shajar over Asher then. Yeah, look, yes, the guys, this is what I'm saying. Like with Phillip, he's bringing so much to the table now, and like I waited on maxing my Herman. Yes, I know, you can laugh. I just maxed him because I waited for Shajar. I wanted to see what she was about, and it just didn't make sense to work her into my lineup. But now it does, potentially. So like, be patient. Like, and a lot of this commander building is all about patience too. be patient with these, especially when we get commander swaps. Please be patient, everyone. And Dan reading from the Lilith script. Shh, don't tell anyone. Always go 6 March in zone 5. Yeah, coming from the fucking Kraken. I am a noob, Pops. I know. Look, I just fucking max ZL like last KVK. Stick to your guns, people. And look, this is the benefit of me also being in a bigger kingdom. I don't have to worry about... When I was in 2581, it was a great time, but like, I was also kind of getting MGEs. I was getting number 1s. I was being able to max commanders like Jan and Hera, which overall was great for my account. It's very nice that I have that protection, and I do have the option to kind of garrison, but stick to your guns. If you're not a big spender, just stick open field, guys. Don't fuck up your account like I did, because I've been playing catch up and I'm now finally catching up. Thank God. I'm like, I'm like, thank you, Lord Jesus Lilith. I'm finally catching up to be like, relevant. I'm still been able to get kill points, but I think that'll accelerate a little bit more now. Isaac, I have triple relic YSG. Was planning to replace Boudica with Asher. Replace Boudica with Asher. That's, yeah. That I wouldn't know. Shajar YSG. That's a Lambo question or a Genie question. Gosu, welcome to the stream. Poor choice being made. Yeah, right. You're insane. Come on, man. I liked some of the takes that you were putting out there. Don't make me go anti-team Gosu. Damage boost should be good with true damage. Let's look at Shajar's kit real quick, and then we'll start to wrap up. Let me just actually ooh. Nah, I don't need the stars. It's fine. Whatever. And the gems is whatever. Let me take him out for a spin. Oh, he's only level 60. Shit. Man, it's been so long since I've used like experience books and stars. I think what? Huo? Huo was the last one that I used these on. All right, let's build his. So there's gonna be a scenario where if Ethelflaed does turn out to be good, you will use Cage of Thorns on this. We'll go Rejuvenate. We'll go Emergency Protection. And then this is going to be a solo troop march for me. So we'll definitely go this. Less than 50% of troops remaining. That's garbage. Commander capacity will take. Normal attack damage will take. Health, of course, will take. This is multi-troop, so that doesn't work. Health will take 6 points to use. 2 points for health. If you're using Shajar, you would get counterattack. William doesn't have heals. I'm building this in the way that I'm going to be using him for my William. So, like this. Holding out for Con Prime, yeah, right. I know I'm a noob. I know, Isaac, I know. No drink, welcome to the stream. Do you find value in a horde player who's only good at flag and rally fill-in? Yes, that player is me. No, that's... Dude, there's a place for... If you need to horde to get to a point, especially if your account's younger, then horde. And if you are running a 1 March or a 2 March and you can mainly just fill rallies, and that's Rise of Kingdom, that's the backbone of Rise of Kingdoms. Diego, welcome to the stream. Is there a time limit on the exchange? I don't know. We have content creators have been asking the developers and the community mods. We have gotten just as much information as you guys have gotten. Apache YouTube, he has tests with all those pairings, including Shajar and Asher. There you go, guys. No, I am no whale. Not anymore. Yeah, me either, Arthas. Archers are so good. I would probably be an archer main if I restarted, to be honest. Never max garrison commander, and gold heads are never a problem. Just max 3 commanders and slots. That's the open field benefit, man. I wish. I chased so long. I got enamored with Attila when I did this account. And then from there, I just continued being a rally lead. And then I transitioned to a garrison lead at some point, and then... But hey man, you work with what you have. My account, I think, is well-rounded, and now my open field is now starting to get to a more top tier level, right? So like I had the tools in my account from a rally and then a garrison perspective where I can kind of do both, and it was really nice in Arc. And now we're getting to the point where now my open field is now finally getting to that top tier finally, because I just fell behind. Lilith slapped me in the face. I was on the road of doing 5 cav marches, and then Lilith slapped me in the face with all these really good meta commanders that you need to have who are different troop types, and I got stuck in the mud. That on top of chasing garrison and rally commanders set me back. So we're recovering. Shajar was my 3rd archer march, and KVK did good. Ash, YSG, 3x relic, and ZL Herman are the best 2 if you run only 2. Okay. So that works, and that's kind of the realm that we were talking about, right? Like Philip works well for those others, right? Those other commander marches. So those ones that are kind of good, but they're just not good enough in some terms. So I think that's perfect validation right there that Pajar probably is going to be one of the top tier commanders to pair with Philip. I don't know where to put these other 4 talent points, guys. Any assistance? I could put 2 in here. I get attack. 1 here for attack, and then 1 here for health. Or just go 1 and then full health there. I think that's the play. I think we'll build it like this. So this is what Philip tree for William is going to look like. Now, if you had Shajar with her heals, you're going to go for counterattack. And then you'll probably just stick the 1 extra point. You might as well honestly just stick the extra point here in case you do want to flex. And the slow is always good. So you probably might as well just throw it here. Might as well. I haven't seen any of the drones here. No, I think that's more like Central Jersey. Any of my other primary commanders have slow. Just Huo and Luce. And then if I worked it, so what we could do hunky for us, because we're the cav guys. Huo, belly, slow. Luce, slow. Justinian Williams, slow. And then you can do the Philip Ethelfled. So you have now 3 marches that are giving you some kind of slow. I fell asleep watching YouTube about the drones. It makes me... Yes, yeah, thank you, competition. Thank you. Some people going outside after quarantine and touching grass and seeing a plane for the first time. Now, some of them are legit, though. Some of them are legit. Like, there was like, there was a video that, like, there was a drone on the middle of the highway. Like, it was literally a drone. So, and Trump also just came out and said, like, they know. Like, the government knows or some shit. But, I don't know. We won't get into all that. Actually, that's how fast archers get targeted, but they're definitely good overall. Yeah. Well, they've always been squishy. Why 3 on Rejuvenate? Why not? It's one of the best talents in the game, is it not? 60% of governors choose Rejuvenate. This, now, look, okay, so to your point, because he has the ability to pop his active skills over and over again, maybe you don't need as much into Rejuvenate, if that's kind of what you're getting at. But otherwise, for any support commander, you want to have Rejuvenate. It's not as good as Feral Nature, but it's still up there. So this might cause a little bit of overraging, but we'll have to see. I'm not going to test it personally because that's a lot of maths, but we'll see. Someone will make a video if you're going to overrage because of all the extra skills you're getting. But it's 40% chance for him and then 20% chance for the secondary commander. So it happens, but it's, from what I watched last night in Chiz stream, it does happen a fair amount, but it's not all the time. All right, let's take this dude out for a spin. I just want to see real quick because his fucking animation is sick. Oh, he's a short king, yo. I was expecting him to be taller on this page. Majority of governors in rock hair thick as fuck. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Let's see. Let's see what the damage bonuses will do. 3905, no. Oh, that's the William skill activating. 1600. Oh, there we go. There's some of those procs where I talk about with William where his 10% procs don't happen as much as they should. But we're seeing it a little bit there. I do really like this animation too. It's nice. Let me see if I can actually just get another level. Okay, there we go. So 1300 was the first skill proc on him. Let's see. Outside of territory, because William's going to give us a 10% damage bonus outside of Alliance territory. Although I am outside of Alliance territory. No, I'm not. And I need to favorite this guy because I keep losing him. I'll do it after. The what? Radioactive? What are you talking? What? What the heck, Artha? Boom. And 1500. Okay. So that extra 10% brings us up another 2000 damage factor. Pretty good. Another 46 somewhere. There's one here. Let's see in like comparison to see Boudica, even though she's not maxed. But oh god, no. Okay, can't do that. All right, we got to stick to Cav, guys. I'm sorry. Let's see in comparison. So 1500 or 1300. Oh, I was on territory. That was interesting. Why I got the boost. Let's see what we get here. $2,700. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, man. The William damage is just not on par with what these other guys can do. But if that 10% proc happens again, like as I think it doesn't happen as much as it should. Now we're talking, but it just, for some reason, I feel like other 10% skills work a lot better. So that's Philip. Patience, guys. Patience. Don't rush anything. Get him worked on. Don't go crazy with your fucking commander swaps just yet. This guy is going to play a key role. Oh, I did want to look at Shajar. That was the last thing I wanted to do. So 2800 direct damage factor was primary commander. Serving as secondary commander for the next 10 seconds whenever this commander heals a target. So are we running Shajar primary then? I guess you don't have to because you're still getting true damage because of the mighty heal. 80% of the heal strength. So probably talking in the range of what William is going to do in terms of the damage factor from this true damage. And you're getting the slow. No, it feels like 5% or even less. You see other commanders who have a 10% chance to proc like an active or any like burst damage, and it happens so much more. I just don't feel like it happens a lot with William. Just replaced William with Belly since I was swarming lots of rallies and flags. I think Belly was better. Yes, you know, no, Belly is definitely better than William. Look, there's a lot of utility that comes with it, but you have to consider the trade value over the utility. And Belisarius has been one of my best killer marches. I mean, look at the fucking kills this guy has gotten me in 2 KVKs. 16 million kills, guys. This guy's gotten me in 2 KVKs. For context, Nevsky is giving me 44 million in I don't know how many fucking KVKs, but and then even if we go to Huo, 24, like Belly fucking shreds. Maybe he passes Joan. 37, William. 30 million. Belly's at 24. I used William for so fucking long. And people still say Belly's not good. Wild. What else does she do? Health bonus, great, because you're gonna get the health bonus from the Philip March, which is huge. You're gonna get 65%. Normal damage reduction, mighty heals. With the expertise, 20% damage reduction. That's what Philip needs. Shajar might be the play. I think Shajar is the play. 65% health, 20% damage reduction, plus her heals, which he is going to need. Oh man, that sucks. I'm gonna have to use William for now and then just build another archer set. Archer set, or just I'll probably do leadership set actually, just to make it easier. See, exactly, Arthur. Me and Ray have been fucking preaching it since Belly was released. Like I said, I don't make a lot of commander videos, but the writing was on the wall for him. Like he's meant to be with Huo. That's why. Like if you're using it with other commanders, like you probably get similar, but he's meant to be with Huo. Like he shreds. Yes, it's only single target. Ooh. AoE is king. Yes, AoE is great, but when you're fucking pounding troops like that, 2 KVKs, 24 million kills is insane. 12.2 kills Belly in this KVK alone. There you go. Yeah, I think leadership will probably be the direction that I go, and especially since he himself is a leadership commander. If you do get the random proc, we'll fucking put it on there, and then boom, that would even helps the garrison even more. Sims for Belly Prime don't care about Zio. Facts. All right, y'all. You would have to wait. You would have to wait, Artha. You would have to wait until next Cap Commander release to truly find out. I don't want to give you that advice, and then next Cap Commander comes out, and then it's like, oh man, I should have waited. Oh, everyone trying to get me canceled today. All right, guys. I'm gonna head out of here. It's time for dinner. I only want to go an hour and a half. We went 2.5 hours. I love you all. Potentially might come tomorrow to stream the 960. I think I probably will hop on at some point just to stream that. And then stay tuned. We're going to be migrating soon. To where, I don't know. But we will be going somewhere soon. So subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button on the way out. There's no one to raid. I just checked. At least nothing's pulling up for me. Let me just do one more check. Mobile streaming Age of Empires, so don't want to send people there. Yeah, there's no one streaming. few thank yous to Turtle. Thank you for the gifted subs. Talks, thank you for the gifted subs. Competition, thank you for the super chat. And also Lambo, thank you for the super chat. I don't know. There's no one. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I'll see you tomorrow, most likely. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button on the way out.